Overnight, Russia and Ukraine traded deadly strikes as peace talks gain momentum with the U.S. It's time for the Streamline, everything you need to know in 10 minutes or less. I want to show you a look here at the destruction in Kyiv this morning. At least one of the 22 missiles launched by Russia hit the Ukrainian capital. 6 people were killed in the strike, and that number, unfortunately, is expected to go up. Now, these overnight airstrikes launched as U.S. and Russian officials met in Abu Dhabi. They're negotiating a possible peace plan for Ukraine. The Kremlin is calling the 28-point proposal a, quote, good basis for negotiations, but Ukrainian officials are still working on revisions. The peace plan has been called a Russian wish list by some senators. It includes several concessions from Ukraine to give up land to Russia and also reduce the size of its military. Still, the White House says President Trump is hopeful that a deal can be reached. The Pentagon is launching an investigation into Arizona Senator Mark Kelly. It comes after the senator and several other Democratic lawmakers took part in a video urging U.S. service members to refuse illegal orders. President Trump criticized the video, saying it was seditious behavior and could be punishable by death. Kelly is now being investigated for breach of military law. The retired Navy captain and American astronaut could face a disciplinary process that could lead to demotion. In a statement, Kelly says he's given too much to this country to be silenced by bullies. Meanwhile, the Trump administration is facing a major setback in courts. The judge throwing out the cases against former FBI Director James Comey and New York Attorney General Letitia James. The judge found the prosecutor, Lindsay Halligan, was illegally appointed by the Justice Department. Comey posted on social media following the decision, saying that he is grateful to the court.
Because a message has to be sent that the President of the United States cannot use the Department of Justice to target his political enemies. I don't care what your politics are, you have to see that as fundamentally un-American and a threat to the rule of law that keeps all of us free.
White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt says the Justice Department will appeal the ruling.
We really need to know who lied then and who kept this lie alive.
New York firefighters are demanding answers, accusing the city of hiding information and evidence of toxins at the World Trade Center after the September 11th attacks. The union says 68 boxes were recently uncovered containing information about toxins in the air. The union says the city knew about this information but never shared it. Since 9/11, about 400 members of the New York Fire Department have died from illnesses linked to ground zero toxins, with thousands of other people potentially exposed. The city has declined to discuss these documents, citing ongoing litigation with first responders and their families. Campbell Soup is in some hot water right now after comments from an executive. A leaked recording of a conversation allegedly includes that exec belittling the company's customers during a rant.
We have that's for poor people. Who buys our I don't buy Campbell's products barely anymore. It's unhealthy. Now that I know what the in it, I can eat bioengineered meat. I don't want to eat a piece of chicken that came from a 3D printer.
Thanks. Recordings from a lawsuit filed by a former employee. He claims he was fired after reporting those remarks. The employee says the voice belongs to Campbell exec Martin Bally. Campbell says if the comments are real, they are unacceptable, inaccurate, and, quote, patently absurd. Bally is on leave pending a company investigation.
It's a time of year when people are looking to make big purchases, whether it's a big screen TV or a computer. But before you take out your wallet, here are a couple things you should think about if you're looking to pay with your credit card.
With Black Friday deals popping up everywhere you look, experts say using a credit card to pay may have more advantages than you think, aside from earning rewards points.
Credit cards have a wealth of consumer protection benefits that, again, most people aren't even aware of.
Chip Lupo is an analyst for Wallet Hub, a personal finance company. He says different credit cards come with different perks. The most common is fraud protection. If someone steals your credit card number, fraud protection protects you from being responsible for unauthorized charges.
So you're not financially liable if some bizarre high amount charge shows up on your credit card. But you do have to report it if you see anything fraudulent.
Some credit card companies also offer warranty protection on items. A TV protection plan typically costs between $30 to $600, depending on the type of TV and the length of protection. Some credit cards offer that type of protection for free.
Which would protect like large purchases, if they're damaged or stolen, typically between 90 and 120 days. And it does require receipts and statements.
Some retailers offer that type of protection, but you have to pay for it. And there are certain restrictions in place based on the length of coverage and the amount they're willing to reimburse you. Chip says in the end, shoppers should read the fine print when they sign up for a credit card to see what options they're offering, so you can decide whether you need to buy extra protection when making a purchase. Marie Cornell, ABC 10 News.
Powerful storms are hitting parts of the South while the Northeast gets rain just before the holiday. And a winter storm is now pummeling the Midwest. Tornadoes were reported in Houston, damaging more than 100 homes, leaving a path of destruction in their wake. Storm systems are now spreading from Mississippi to Georgia. There are also winter weather warnings and advisories across most of Illinois, Iowa, Minnesota, Wisconsin, and the Dakotas. You can see the rain over D.C. coming for the next few days into Boston and New York. All of this bad weather could cause delays on the busiest days of the holiday travel week. Officials say they are prepared with air traffic control staffing back to pre-government shutdown levels.
A shock for people in Ethiopia. A volcano there erupted for the first time in 10,000 years. You see the plume of smoke and the ash that shot high up into the sky, even impacting travel thousands of miles away in India. Neighbors in that area described the eruption like a bomb. And that's your ABC 10 News Streamline. Everything that you need to know today in under 10 minutes.